marketing company with a product, you know, and I built a team. I made the car bonus, $750 a month for a car. Team's going crazy, building like crazy, and all of a sudden it's just whoosh, landslide. Everything went away. So I never did get the car bonus. My team's dwindling, my commissions are dwindling. So now at this point, I run out of family and friends to talk to. You know, not sign anybody else up. They're not signing anybody else up. So now I'm looking for something to help me continue to build that business. And somebody else a year later contacted me and told Mike, I want you to take a look at this. It's ONPASSIVE. And I didn't connect the two at that time. So she sent me some videos. And she told me a little bit more about this company that would do marketing for you for whatever you're doing and guarantee you signups. So she sent me, as all of, you know, most of us are founders here, you look in your back office and there's all these videos, right? At that time, there was about 29 videos. So she sent me all 29 videos. And in the email, she says, just pick one. So I picked one and I watched the video. Curious me, I watched all of them. Well, they're all pretty much the same, but I kept hearing the same thing. They're going to do the marketing for you. I thought, okay. So I decided to go ahead and sign up for it because I was looking again now for someone to do some marketing for me. And when I got signed up, there was nobody to talk to. The person that I signed up with, I asked her, so, you know, tell me a little bit more. She didn't know, you know, so she really didn't have any information. Well, so we go to the person that was above her, who couldn't get any answers there. So I'm just really struggling trying to figure out. I wanted to know everything. When I'm going to do something, I want to know everything I can about it so I can talk intelligently to someone else. So because I'm having I started having these webinars because Tom tells me to. When Tom tells you to do something, you do it. And so I got on the webinar and I got a bunch of people jumping on and I don't know what to say to them. I'm stumped for words. So as I'm searching around on Facebook and YouTube and different areas looking to, you know, Google, trying to get some answers about this for myself, I find Marty DeGarmo on Facebook. But more importantly, I find Mike Ellis here on YouTube. And now I'm getting some answers. I'm getting more information, so now I can share with others, but still, I'm not the type of person like Mike Ellis is to present eloquently and in a format that really delivers. So I reached out to Mike Ellis and asked him to come on our call, and it was history. We've just, you know, he came in, he's been helping us out with the Wednesday night calls, helping us deliver the message, helping us build a team. And I'm just so grateful for that. One of the other things that I want to say is, you know, I was on the call Thursday. Yeah, back in the beginning, so I get on these calls with Ashman Farr, and it's like, it'd be like for hours. And like Mike Ellis says, in the beginning, you just don't want to listen to it. But there was something about this man that captures you and drew me in. And I just kept listening. And the more I listened, the more I was infected by Ashman Farr and ONPASSIVE. So I'm on Thursday call. And it was cool, you know, he's sitting in his car and he's there for quite a while. And he did something that made a lot of sense to me. It's like, why are we having this kind of success in ONPASSIVE, with ONPASSIVE Nation and with the people that we bring into ONPASSIVE and all of you? Why are we having this success? And oh. So he took this chart and he held it up, and well, we know these things, right? These circles. And what he did was he went like this. Oh, and I thought, here in ONPASSIVE, I have seen evidence here more so than any of the other companies. I've been involved in network marketing for over 30 years. And the people above you are always above you. They're never building you up. If anything, they'll let you down. When we turn that chart over, we build people up here. Mike and Marty and Dan have helped me with all of my team. They helped me build Viviana up. I've seen it when I was on the webinar with David in Papua New Guinea, and all these people that were coming out that he built up. And on Passive, we build each other up. So I'm going to leave it at that. That's my little bit of a journey here. Love the family, love the community, love all these people. And so Marty, I'll let you take it over from here. If you're there.
I'm here, but somebody else take it for right now. I'm adding more people. I'll be with you in a
Okay,
minute.
yeah, I know how that is. So yeah, we're up to 140. There we go. Mike Ellis, come on out and kind of let's get this fireside chat started.
Yeah, I haven't seen you all for a little bit, so it's nice to be here. You know, you talked about how you found Marty, Mike. Well, I found Arthur Gully. That's how awesome ONPASSIVE is. There's always someone out there that can give you a little something you've never had before, and we find that every single day. Really, really talented people in ONPASSIVE working together. With the same goal. And yeah, the goal is to help people, but we also want to make a little bit of money. And if you know anything about ONPASSIVE, you're pretty much in the right place. Marty and I, we've never seen anything like this. We've been doing this probably as long as Mike has. And the downfall with online businesses is you really can't help anybody. I mean, it's just not set up to help anybody. And most people aren't going to be foolish enough, like I was, to spend 15 years getting the skill sets that I have. I don't know how I did that. I think it was divine intervention because it was a long haul. But meeting Marty, meeting Dan, meeting the people that are here today, it's been a treat. It's been a treat to go down this road together and actually find something. You know, it's funny. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're here, obviously you're probably a founder, but maybe you're not. Maybe you've never done any online businesses before. It doesn't matter. If this is your first day on the internet, you got lucky because you are in a place that will change your life forever financially. The spiritual side, I'm going to let you deal with that. The financial side, we can deal with that today. And I can guarantee you're going to make money, and you're going to make more money than you've ever made in your lifetime. That's how big ONPASSIVE is. I know most of the people that are here, you haven't seen the pay structure. You haven't seen the 5 tiers of the pay structure. Maybe you've seen one, and even that's bigger than what you think. And as we're able to share this stuff with you, and I can't right now because Ash won't let us, but as we're able to share all 5 tiers of the pay structure, you think you're going to make a little bit of money? No, you don't have a clue what's coming. It is so massive. And this is Ash Mufareh. Really, it's the bottom line. It's his heart. He is sharing so much of the proceeds of ONPASSIVE with all of us, every single one of us here. That as ONPASSIVE launches, soft launch, hard launch, and it's coming. Don't worry about that, guys. It's coming. But soft launch, hard launch, and then we can start to talk about the 5 tiers of the marketing, not the marketing, but the pay structure. You think you were blown away? I can guarantee everybody here is going to be smiling ear to ear. And you might not get into the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th tier right away. But ONPASSIVE is built. This is what's really, really cool. It's built to get you to that 2nd tier, 3rd tier, 4th tier. You get to the 4th tier, I mean, you're living wherever you want to, really you're living wherever you want to live as ONPASSIVE launches. And any of those pesky little things that you wake up and you go, man, I just wish I could take care of that. It's taken care of, guys. That's how awesome ONPASSIVE is. So, you know, I could go on and on and on. I wish I could share all 5 tiers of the pay structure. You'd absolutely love it. And that's coming. That's coming very, very quickly. Probably within the next month or so, we'll be able to come on and go over all 5 tiers. I can tell you, Marty, Dan, and I, Mike, Viviana, the leaders that are here today, very exciting time. Not only for us, but for everybody that's here. You're just in a really, really good place. Marty, what do you got to say? or can you talk yet? I know your house is always crazy.
It's still crazy, but I can talk. Yeah, no, you're right, Mike. Every month that goes by, I realize this is 10 times bigger than I thought it was. And every time I go to a webinar or talk to Ash, I realize, you start linking stuff together and you realize there's so many things linked together that it's gonna put a whole web around the whole planet. And if you need something online, you're gonna go through ONPASSIVE, whether you like it or not. And it'd be so much better if you're a founder. It's just that simple. I mean, if you can be a founder for 97, I just can't see why. I mean, I know there's 400 and some thousand people. I'm surprised there's not a million. And there's going to be millions and millions that wish they did. I can tell you that in a short amount of time. When it launches, there's going to be a lot of people coming back on, oh my gosh, I should have. I know they're not coming to me saying you didn't tell me. Because anybody that breathes and can walk on their uprights, I tell them, including the postman, the guy delivering stuff to the house. So, but like I always say, even if people tell you no, it's just no for now. They'll be back. And some people are just negative and I don't want to work with them anyway. So, but yeah, we got something really, really big here. Really, really big. If anybody wants to come onto the panel, raise your hand. I'm adding people as I see names that I know, but it'd be easier if you raise your hand. I can add you. But anybody here can open up the mic and say something, because this is
Marty, I just want to say that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just say first, if you're here and you're new, or if you've been with ONPASSIVE for a while and you're just coming back and chiming back in, I said a little bit about Marty, Mike Ellis, and their partner Dan Street. Dan is in the mountains today. He's kind of out and about, so he's not here with us. But Dan Street, Mike Ellis, and Marty DeGarmo are ONPASSIVE Nation. They are a team inside of ONPASSIVE Nation. They're not ONPASSIVE. Built a huge team, and that's who we have here tonight representing us and being really kind of the spokespeople. So I just want you to know that Marty DeGarmo does a Facebook Live every morning at 9 o'clock my time, Pacific time. Just a great place where we kind of get together, and we always get to hear what's update, and just to get our get filled up with ONPASSIVE. Mike Ellis does YouTubes. Great job of keeping us up to date on what's going on. Has been doing them for a long time. They're great YouTube videos. And Dan does blogs that you can find in ONPASSIVE's Facebook group. So these guys are just really have been, like I say, we build each other up. How we build it? They keep us informed and tuned up and excited all the time. It's like we're never not excited. Every day we wake up and we're thinking, okay, what is it going to be today? What are we going to get to hear today? These calls they keep us excited. That Marty's Facebook Live every morning. I try to get on there if I'm on the road. He's heard me. It's like I've got my cell phone on. I'll pull over. I'll put my cell phone on, stick it in the cup holder, and drive down the road and listen to the Facebook Live. Just because I want to keep that uplift. And it's like with all you guys here, Peter Rogers, John Cyrus, Liam Bonet, and Arthur Goley. Arthur Goley, I'm not sure if you're there, Arthur Goley, I'm not sure what it is that they love about you so much, but maybe you can come out and talk to us a little bit, and we might be able to figure that out.
Yeah. Well, let me get my camera on here.
Yeah, we want to see that pretty face.
ONPASSIVE, we boldly go where no other company has gone before. Welcome, everyone. I'm a more charismatic type person, so I get hyped up a lot. But I'm going to take my time here for a second. Mike, thank you for having me here. I've been on a couple of your Zooms here, but I have been busy as a mentor. And if anybody didn't know that, I closed it down, but I'm still available because I'm in ONPASSIVE. We over deliver. So if anyone have any questions that I can answer for them, and if you live in the United States and have a telephone number in the United States, then we'll get on the phone and we'll talk. Just like we talk here, you just got to be prepared to listen, because I will stay on the phone with you, just like Ash, 2, 3, 4 hours. It doesn't matter to me. I sleep and live on passive. And the reason I do that is because just like everybody else, I've been involved in a lot of businesses since I was 12 years old. I became an entrepreneur at that age, and I went into the military, and it's just stuck with me. And when I discovered ONPASSIVE, man, it just blew me away. I never seen anything like this in the world. Never. The people, the family we have here, you guys are more closer to me as a family than my own family. I mean, I see you regularly. We communicate regularly. We show love and compassion towards each other. And what I've learned something the last couple of months, there's a lot of brilliant-minded people here. I mean, look at the videos that's coming out all over the place. When Ash came out, he started something. Oh, hey, let's do some promotion on some of these videos, and we'll send some traffic to them. He said, I'm going to send so much traffic to one video. When I watched about 2 or 3 of them from the top, and they were growing regularly. You know, it went to 100 and something, I think. And I looked at those videos, I was like, wait a minute, Ash going to have a hard time with this one. He going to need to give more traffic to more than one video. And when he did get a chance to see it, he came on and told us that same thing. It's going to take some time, because I'm going to have to send traffic to more than one video. And I tell you, it for some reason, there was hidden talents here. And that brought a lot of talents out. I would do more videos myself, but I'm so busy now doing other things. Eventually, I probably would. But and then now I've been interviewed in a few. Tyra, she interviewed me, and then as of Monday, I'm going to be on the Julie and Milo show, and so I'm getting some exposure. But yes, people, you're in the right place at the right time. You're passive, or even if you're not passive, whatever it is, enjoy this ride, because this is going to be something going to happen. It's going to happen so fast that we're not going to be able to keep up with it. But just remember this. Don't worry, if you're new, don't worry about what you can and can't do at this moment. Do what you can do, and all you can do is enough. But here's the thing. When you become passive, you're paying the company to do all the work for you. You can do whatever you want to do after that. You don't have to worry about anything. But I don't use the word team. It's a network to me, because we have to watch our language now, because people are thinking when you say teams and spillover, first thing come to people's minds is network marketing, or is it one of those? Well, we're not one of those. We are a IT, information technology company. We're brick and mortar. We're compliance and all over the world. So we're different. That's why that thing above my head said we bold to go where no other company has gone before, and that hasn't been. And I want to thank you all for your time, and just want to remind you, if you need any help, reach out to me. I'm available 24/7. I take naps in between. I'm up all night. So when you're going to bed, I'm probably still up. When you are up, I'm probably taking a nap, and then I'm back up with you. Thank you for your time, and thank you all, Mike, Marty, Dan, Mike Hord, everyone here. I appreciate you all. Sean Sire, oh man, he's my buddy. He's just like a brother to me. But I like to hear all of you speak, and it's all about passion. Now I want to say one last thing. Have you noticed that everybody that speaks on this platform, on any of our Zooms, they are them speaking from their heart. They're not taking a script. If you go on this other stuff, you can tell who's an actor. Even as they say it at the bottom of the screen. These are not actors. Oh, they're acting. They're acting. You know, they don't come in and speak from their heart, you know, and be unscripted. So I want to thank you for your time.
Well, thank you so much, Arthur Gully, and we do love you. So I'm going to turn it back over to Marty, because this just, you know, again, Marty and Mike, they're and Dan are really responsible for this huge activity, and you know so many more people. I mean, I got some people on the call here, but you guys are just king. So back to you, Marty.
Thanks. By the way, Mike, you said you're really happy when you met me, but you were super happy when you met Mike. So I know where I stand. Anyway, we have.
I just had somebody that could talk for me. I always knew that you could talk, but I just.
See, there you go again.
Yeah.
So you're saying I got a big mouth. I got it. Hey, Peter Rogers is here.
We love it.
He's the one that started this whole shebang. I hunted him down, didn't I, Peter? Tell the story, Peter.
I can't really speak too much because my little boy's next door asleep, and it's 20 past midnight here. So,
Right.
But obviously Marty contacted me. I mean, I know Marty for probably 2 or 3 years previous, and we worked together on another platform, and I disappeared from that platform where Marty was still involved, and then he left, and he wanted to know what I was doing, and contacted me, and I said, Marty, you need to look at this. You need to look at ONPASSIVE. So I gave him the information, and obviously this is where we are today. Him and Marty, obviously Mike and Dan, you know, they've built a tremendous team. Obviously put all this together, and you know, I'm obviously pleased they're part of my team as well. And but I'll leave it at that. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to wake my little one up. Okay, so I'll just listen if you don't mind.
Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble, Peter.
Yeah, that's basically it.
That's usually what's wrong with me. I'm in trouble every day. Somebody's got something to say. Viviana, that big smile on your face. Oh, he's laughing.
Hey, Marty.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter. Thank you very much for sharing this with Marty.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't share it with Marty, none of us would be here. You and Red opened the door for this. Thank you very much.
Well, he opened it a little bit and we slammed it down, didn't we, Peter?
Yes, you did. Yes,
yeah,
you did,
I mean,
Mr. DeGarmo.
Hey, I mean, obviously, I just want to say
you keep talking about gurus. And what I have learned from you, Peter, Red, the gurus, yeah, they bring you in and they're good at it. And they will help you make a sale so that they can take more of your money. Because you have to pay AWeber, you got to pay this, you got to pay God knows how many there are that go on through that. Marty, you know that as well as anybody. And I think that's very true. Ash Mufara is not that kind of person. He has built something that is so special that I'm afraid that, I'm disappointed that I won't live long enough to see the total effect of what this is going to do across the globe. This is going to be huger than huge. This is going to rock the entire globe to a new way of doing things. It will do it to governments, schooling, all across everything we think of. It is massive. I am so excited and so privileged to be part of this team. I thank
We're
you,
excited to have you,
Marty.
Tim.
I thank you, Mike Ellis.
Yeah.
I thank you, Mike Hord. and especially my Viviana. She introduced me to this.
Yeah.
My Viviana. I like that.
Well, she's my sister. I thank all
Thank
of
you,
you
Tim.
for being part.
Yeah.
Let's go on this journey together and enjoy the ride. Because when this clutch pops, the dragster is going to go down the road for that quarter mile and set records.
Yep. Thank you again, Tim. Really appreciate you.
Thanks, Tim, and I appreciate what you've said there. And I mean, all I really want to say here is that everybody's got a story to tell here. You know, when I saw this opportunity, I mean, I'm not no guru. I'm not really into sort of working on the internet. It's only over the last couple of years that I've got involved with working on the internet and learning about how to do an online business, and it's taken me, you know, up until now. And but as I said, everybody's got a story. And when I saw this opportunity with Redfern, I mean, I was just blown away by Ash and how he put it across. I mean, we all know Ash. We've listened to his webinars, and he can go down one road and then go off down another. And so it really takes a lot to take in what Ash is saying. And he's a lot better today to what he was back, you know, 2.5, 3 years ago when we first met Ash. Ash was all over the place. And it took, you know, when I went on his first webinar, I sort of just listened to that webinar, and I was taken back what he, not but what he was saying, but about his passion, the way he was putting it forward, and about his honesty. That's what got me involved in this. And you know, I said to Ash, to Red afterwards, after the webinar, I said, you know, I don't really understand what Ash is trying to really put across here. He's got a fantastic concept, you know, but it was just bits and bobs of everything just thrown in this webinar, which you just couldn't you could sort of take and make sense of some of it, but not all of it. But as I said, you know, the passion and how he was putting it across, that's what got me involved. Is true, it was from the heart. And you know, and obviously Red was sort of, he was interested, and but he came on board, you know, more or less a bit after me, because I used to listen to the webinars a little bit before Red did, you know. Although Red introduced me to the business, you know, we were involved in another platform, so Red was sort of focusing more on that at the time, and keeping his hand in that one, and I was sort of in the background, obviously trying to work this one out. And then obviously I said to Red, I said, you know, we really need to look at ONPASSIVE and really make something work with this. And you know, I think we were involved probably 12 months before Marty contacted me and wanted to know what I was up to. So, you know, I'd already been involved quite a while and already built a sort of a good, strong team as well as obviously what's happened now. And but I can honestly say this, you know, with these guys, you know, you've got Mike, Dan and Marty, the team has just exploded. And it, you know, obviously it's benefited me, but it's benefiting everybody here. And you know, you can tell what, especially when Mike, when he does his videos, you know, you listen to that video, and you know, 9 times out of 10 I listen to it, and it's on like a relap, and I listen to it again and again and again. You know, I'm not the brightest spark in the book. You know, I have to listen to things quite a lot of times to get it to sink in up here. And you know, and like they've just said, like they obviously know things that we don't know yet. You know, and obviously they're talking to Ash, and Ash is obviously giving them a little bit of insight. But I think we've got a big surprise coming our way, and it's going to wake us all up. And like, you know, we had the webinar, the founders webinar on Thursday. I mean, Ash was obviously a bit unhappy about the amount of people that really was on that webinar. There should have been, you know, considering the amount of people, founders that we've got in this organization, there should have been a lot more. So I can understand in a way that he was obviously a bit, you know, because he's putting his heart and soul into this for us. That's what it boils down to. And and I recommend everybody to get on the webinars. I try to listen to every webinar I can get my ears round, and you do pick up bits and bobs. I'm not a public speaker. I'm not a one for making videos. I'm not like Red or Mike, who can do these really well videos and things like that. I'm a guy. I call myself a silent leader. I'm a guy that's in the background. I'm doing a lot of work on the Facebook groups. I am building big teams, helping other leaders. And so, you don't see much of me, but I am definitely around, and I'm definitely in it to win it, like the rest of you. So anyway, I'll pass it over back to Marty. Okay.
Anybody got anything else? I'm sure you do. Viviana, I was in the process of bothering you and I stopped. How you doing?
Well, what attracted me to ONPASSIVE is, like I always say in all the Zooms, it's the simplicity. I mean, I've been in other companies. I've always wanted to have my own business since I was in my 20s. So, so it's like everything I've tried, whether it was multi-level marketing or anything, I just I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to get off the ground, so, and my problem is, like a lot of people out there, the marketing part, knowing how to market the business. And I became friends, I became the NFL, part of the NFL group, which is no friends left, right? So, it happens. So, when Mike Hord told me about the company, and I didn't have to recruit and they would build the business for me, I'm like, oh, get out. That can't be possible. And as I started learning about it, I kept wanting to know more and more and more. But I remember going through the old training videos and watching the Matrix, and I came across one, that Ash did at the beginning, and he started throwing all these numbers, and I'm like, these ridiculous amounts of numbers, that, if you work the business, this is, what you can make. And to me, they were so huge. It's like, really? I can actually make that much per month, or whatever that figure was. And so, but anyways, it wasn't so much about, it was about the money. Yes. When I came in, that's what attracted me, the simplicity and the money. But as I started doing the webinars with Mike and, Marty, Dan, and Mike, it became more than just a business. We all come together, we all share, we're all a big family, and we all have the same needs. We all want to take care of ourselves, our families, and also help others become successful. And if they're not in ONPASSIVE, we'll have the means to help them. So whatever your passion is, or whatever you want to be a part of, whatever organization, whatever charity you want to help, you'll have the money to do that. So that's what's so great about this. It's like, we're not competing with each other. We're not all from the same team, and we don't have to be, but we're all here to help each other succeed. And so that's what's so wonderful about it. And I think the part that excites me more than anything is whoever I tell about this company, and whoever I can bring in and help them financially and help them succeed. That's what is exciting. And I can only imagine, if I feel that way, how does Ash feel? He's created something that we can all succeed in. And what a beautiful thing. I mean, it's like, it's unreal. I mean, it's real, but it's like, it's definitely a dream. So yeah, this this is such a great opportunity, and we're all gonna we're all gonna pass out when we launch, because we're like gonna go, what is that? we're gonna look at our back office and we're like gonna go, is that really mine? is that amount of money really mine? But like I said, Ash is such a giving person. He's not a selfish person, and he's sharing the wealth with us, and he's teaching us to share that wealth with others. So yeah, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it on the planet. And we're definitely a part of ONPASSIVE planet. We're out of this world. So yeah, invite other people to come on this planet with us. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Hey, Marty.
Rod, yeah?
Yeah. Well, one thing I can say is I am glad that I wound up taking the second look. And then after I took the second look, I got that feeling of being on my own. And then that's whenever, I wound up and, reaching out to ONPASSIVE Nation. And, I would say that right there's probably probably the safest, the safest move I made. And, because, I started listening, because, I had been listening every week, every time that Ash had a webinar, even before there was a website or anything, I mean, I was just listening all the time, and I was going, man, I wish that I could have, I wish I get on, I wish I get on, get on ONPASSIVE Nation, because, man, I'm not a builder, I'm just like everybody else, I'm with the NFL club and all that stuff, I said, I am not a builder at all. And then you wound up offering, those positions, and I jumped on it. I mean, you saw how quickly I jumped on it. And so whenever that happened, it finally sunk in, that it really doesn't matter. and the more that I ended up listening to everybody, I guess probably the more comfortable I got. And because the major difference that I've seen, because I've been in a ton of different companies, and this one company that I was with, they made the statement, hey, if you get 40 people, I'll come talk to them. And my thought process is that I don't need 40 people to talk to. If one person needs me, I'm there. And that's just my mindset. Just the one is good. And because my heart, I know the last time I spoke, I'm wanting to go out and help orphans and orphanages, and the homeless, and things things along that. And heck, you know, that's the one. You know, but you know, it's nice, to have, to have surrounded myself, you know, with everybody here. And it's also nice to know that's how, that's Ash's heart too. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of, express my heart.
Very good, Ron.
Hey,
Understood.
Rod, I want to add something here. It's like, I think one of the things that I keep hearing from so many people is it's so easy to sell something that you don't have to sell. Will you agree with me, Rod? So we don't have to sell this. It sells itself. Marty, there was somebody on the chat here.
Yeah, I
like,
agree with you. I couldn't find my mute button.
Okay.
I agree.
I agree. So easy to sell something you don't have to sell. Why do we have so many people come into this? You don't have to sell it. You just share it, right? We never had anything like that.
Yeah, it's all done for you. How easy can that be?
Yeah. Marty, somebody was wanting to say something that was on the chat. I keep trying to follow the chat. Man, I'm telling you what, I go through the chat and I am just blown away by how many people we have from all over the world here tonight. Yeah, I just love that. I'm going to read this. Hi, I am Anthony Bonaparte from Trinidad and Tobago. I thank Almighty God for my heart for Mike and Marty, for the wonderful job you all are doing. It is a blessing to be a founder on ONPASSIVE. Love that. Thanks so much. And then I just wanted to see, this was from, not heard this, Professor Howard. I would like to speak with Marty. Well, you'll have to get with Marty. Canada, I'll just go back. But yeah, if you want to maybe send a private message out to Marty, you can. But Marty, I'll let you, go back to you. This is really cool. We'll come together on this hangout fireside chat. I wish I had a fire going behind me. Somebody had that going last week. That was cool. So back to you, Marty.
This is open mic night. Let her rip.
Yeah, come on out.
Everybody's got something to say. Come on. Sean, don't try
Hey,
to hide.
can I say something?
David?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can.
Hey, I'm finally going to get to talk. I mean, you guys never let me talk, so now I get to talk.
David ONPASSIVE Switzer.
Now, I've been, I want to say it to the new founders. I've been in marketing before a little bit, and my problem is I jumped in it too fast, and I should have checked it out a little bit more. But I did lose a lot of money in marketing, and so I kind of gave up on it a little bit. And then happily, I was going through my laptop one day, and I heard somebody's talking about, I seen it on my laptop, and he was talking about ONPASSIVE. So I kind of was checking it out a little bit, and I didn't jump right in it right away. And so anyhow, I went back and checked it out more and more and watched a couple of videos. And then I said, oh man, this sounds like pretty darn good, So I decided to get into it, and I've been in it for over a year now, and I'm very happy that I'm in it. And nice thing about, you don't have to buy the traffic. You don't have to get, you have to get in Aweber and GoDaddy, and you don't have to do any of that kind of stuff because all that stuff is done right here. I mean, they put the traffic in, and they'll get you all set up, make you look good. So I did lose a lot of money in it. I'm very happy to be on ONPASSIVE, and it's going to come in strong when it launch. And let me tell you a little story. One time when I was a kid, when you used to have a paper out, you don't have a paper out anymore. I mean, that's an adult job now, and ain't for kids anymore. one time I used to have a paper out, and I used to go deliver papers, and it was an early morning paper out, really dark outside. So anyhow, I'm walking down the sidewalk delivering papers. You know, I was kind of a monster fan back in my kid days. You know, I was in Godzilla and all that stuff. You know, I don't know if you guys know anything about Godzilla, but anyhow, I was walking down the sidewalk and delivering my papers, and I don't know why. I just happened to be thinking about monsters that morning, you know, and so here I am trying to deliver papers, and it's pitch black outside, and I'm walking down, going past these houses, and all of a sudden I go past this house, plus, I mean, it was just dark, and the dogs start coming running out of me, started barking at me, and my heart went down to my toes, and I'm thinking, well, there's Godzilla, he's coming after me. So anyhow, just, you know, it's like I say, this Unpassed is going to come in like a Godzilla, and it's really going to be a good thing for all of us, and I'm really happy to be in it, and so that's my story. I'm not a big talker, but I try to do the best I can.
Well, thank you,
Did a
David.
great job, David.
Hi.
Can you people hear me?
Yes, we can.
I love you very much. You're great. I am so happy to be part of this Unpassive thing. And I hate to put the elephant in the room, but, you know, yeah, you know, the money launch, that kind of thing. Where's Mr. Ash? I hope he's nowhere around because he might poke a stick at me or something. Is it going to launch or not?
Marty, you want to take that?
I'll take that one.
There we
Are
go.
we going to launch or not? If you ask the question, you haven't been paying attention. Bottom line, you haven't been looking at what we're doing, what's happening, and what's going on in Unpassive. It's your fault. Are we going to launch? That's a really stupid question. Obviously, the answer to that is yes. And if you
Ask the other 175 people
you
here.
know that we're really, really close. And I'll leave it at that, Mike.
Yeah, if you ask the other 178 people that are here,
Yeah.
they're going to say, yes, we've been in it. We stay in it. We love it. We live it. It's happening. We're going to be patient when it does. It's like I'm getting chills right now just talking about that because it's coming. And
Yeah, we're in it to win it, right?
Right
We're in it
on.
to
We're
win
in
it,
it to
right?
win it. So thank you for that question. You just woke up a lot of people's excitement. You got us even more excited about this launch.
It's kind of funny. The guy's magical too because he disappeared. Isn't that cool?
Oh, it's Houdini.
I want to
How
share
about-
how I got to Unpassive. I'm Karen. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Karen.
Hello.
When I got to Unpassive, well, you guys know a little. I don't know what you know. I got hurt over 12 years ago. I was in a wheelchair for quite a few years. I fought my way to get back out of the wheelchair, but I had to learn to walk and talk and all that good stuff. But that's not my point. I thought, okay, I'll relearn the computer. I'll buy a website. That's how I'll learn the computer. Wrote an idea, not a very good idea. Spent a ton of money, and I didn't have a clue what they were talking about. And somehow, I heard about someone called me about Unpassive, and I learned that it was automated. And I go, okay, so now I won't have to try and learn all this stuff because there's too much for my brain to try and figure it out. It still is, but I'm trying. And my amazement, Unpassive is just the greatest thing on the planet. As long as I've been in here, I've learned so much about the computer. I mean, you guys might not think I've learned so much. I've learned everything from you guys. We're just turning on the computer and going. I didn't know what YouTube was. I didn't know what a download was. I still don't, but I can turn it on and get into it and all that stuff. And it's just like, every time I hear you guys, I just get excited that I'm going to be able to help other people. And
Karen, we totally understand. We're here to lift you up.
Ash
Yeah.
is just the greatest man on the planet. I think he's like a hero for people that have struggled. And, you know, I made a lot of money, and it wasn't in online. I was on outside sales and in sales, and I made good money. I made great money. But when I got a little bit better, and I'm not all better, but when I got a little bit better, I didn't stay connected to the computer. The only focus I had was getting out of the wheelchair. And that's what I spent day and night trying to get out of that wheelchair. When I, you know, it's been a couple years since I got a tablet, and you know, and it was a tough time for me, and I don't like to talk about it then because it makes me really worse. And I drank all the time. I didn't want to live then, and it's because of Ash that you know, it's because of what he's given me this opportunity. It's like, I don't know how to thank you guys. And it's like when I was trying to build my own website, I didn't know what they were just trying. They knew I was naive and not all there, and they just took advantage of me. And she's the only one that didn't run my guy. He's been such a gift to me, guys. He's been helped me, and you know, I don't want to talk about, you know, the tough times. I'm going to think about the future, and it's not that I don't share it, because I try to, and I get it. I can like communicate it very well. I try to talk about technology, but I say words backwards still, and I mean, I'm trying to be blatantly honest with you right now. It's hard for me to try and, you know, say how much this company beats me, because I'm on disability, and I don't want to be on disability. I don't want to be on disability, but I know I can't get hired. I'm not perfect. I do things that are, you know, I shouldn't do, but I try not to, and it helps, you know, regardless. But I've accomplished more since I got you know, in such a short period of time. I can't believe I'm on the phone. I can do this. I couldn't barely even use the phone. And I got the tablet, you know. And Ash told me I messed up the whole system. Yeah, I probably did. I didn't do it on purpose. I don't know how to. So.
Karen, you're in a good place, so don't worry. ONPASSIVE will work out just great for you. Don't worry about it. You're in a perfect place.
Yeah, you're in a good place.
Yes, Karen.
Hi, Marty. Hi, Mike. It's Julie. May I say a few words?
Yes, of course.
What you're seeing on my screen right now, it's actually the sunset here in California. Karen, please, just staring at the sunset, and just know that you and many people are in the same boat or even worse. But you are here with us and ONPASSIVE. And I don't know if anyone, or even that gentleman that just raised the question, if you go back and watch Ash's heart, his heart is busting out because he loves us so much. He loves us so much. But he has a big responsibility in his shoulder. What we all need to do is and I'm speaking this, it's however you take it, but what we all need to do is extend your hand out and bless him, pray for him, because he has many of us on his shoulder right now. And it's very hard to be in that space. I just don't know what to say, but I wanted to send you this positive energy from the sunset. Send out the positive energy, send out the blessings. The more blessings you send out, the more blessings it comes back to you, and send them towards Ash, because he's here He's here. And all the leadership council, I'm not going to name them because I know I will miss them, but all the leadership council, all the active members, founders out there, all of them. And one blessings to my dear friend Milo. I'm here because of him. I'm here because he blessed me with this opportunity. And Karen, it's okay, honey. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We are here. Milo and I have put the Julie and Milo show together. It's for you. We removed all the personal link attached to that playlist. You take it, just take it and share it. And just, if you can't explain it, and if Milo and I couldn't explain it, our guest could explain it. Or the passion and the stories of all the founder in ONPASSIVE can share it, and they can see it through. Because the only way that you can understand ONPASSIVE fully is you take the action, and then you plug in, and then you attend webinar, and you have to put the dots together in order for you to fully understand it. But the only thing that you want to understand is understand and see through Ash's heart, because his heart is burst out with love and passion for what he does. So take his heart and share it like it is your heart. And we have extended hand out to invite a lot of our leadership, because Milo and I wanted to put that show out. It's for all of us to educate ourselves, for all of us to take it and share it. Please take it, share it, copy it, do whatever it takes, and share your heart out. And the only way for people to join you is when you connecting your mind that you learn from ONPASSIVE and your heart that you connecting with the same frequency with Ash, and then the word that you speak will be very powerful for you to be able to share that ONPASSIVE message. And ONPASSIVE is here with us, and it gets so close. And thank you for allowing me to say these words. I feel you, Karen, and I feel so many of us sharing the same message. It's here. It's getting so close. It's getting so close. Thank you so much for letting me share this.
I have a couple questions about the.
I just want to say something really quick. It's like, wait a minute. Oh my Julie, in just a second. Oh my Julie, thank you for lifting all of us up. Thank you. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Anthony.
Hi. Good night to the ONPASSIVE family. Good night to Ash. I don't think that people really understand the responsibility the CEO have, because it's something good he wants to do. It's something great. It's something to benefit the world entirely. Even some people mightn't be founders, he's still trying to do something to benefit everybody, even if they're in or they're not in. You understand? I don't think people really understand the great responsibility and the dynamics and what he's trying to do. But this whole thing to me, it comes just like faith. You understand? Faith is something you're hoping for, but nobody knows what the next day will bring. You understand? The next day could bring plenty joy as well as sorrow, but we on the positive mind, because everybody have God in the heart and have love in the heart, right? And the CEO, he's doing his best. If people could have a little patience and be humble, because I show everyone here this already. Good things come to those who wait. If you rush something, it might come quick and easy, and then as quick as it comes is as quick as it goes. I don't know, this is the best way I could probably bring it out to explain to people. I hope they understand. I know everybody probably might be going through the little problems and whatnot, but just the same way how before ONPASSIVE came and they was going through the problems as well, but at least we have hope for a brighter day ahead, so we could see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that is the best I could say about this. Good night, everyone. Blessings.
Hey, Marty, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's about the last webinar. Ash mentioned something about maybe doing the beta testing with like half a dozen products or so. Do you know if those will go out to all the founders or just the big boys are the ones that get to play with those products?
Mike Ellis, maybe you might have a better answer for him on that.
When Ash talked about the products that are going to be available when we launch, don't worry too much about that. That number is going to change, and as the products come out, we get into the soft launch. We're all going to be able to get in and play with the products and see if we can break them. That's part of the test he wants to do. We won't be able to. But the number of products, don't get stuck on that. Ash, you really have to understand Ash and what he's saying at the moment. And a lot of times he'll say something, and yeah, there's some truth in it, but the numbers might differ as we get into the soft launch. I think as we get into the soft launch, there are going to be plenty of products in there for us to go in and play with, and you're going to be impressed with them.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about the number, Mike. More just like, will that opportunity be for everybody? It
It'll be
sounds
for
like
you.
it will be. Perfect.
It will be for you.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, can I say something?
Sure.
Hey, this is Jim from Stratford, Ontario, Canada. I just wanted to touch on a couple things here. Mike Ellis, God bless you. I really appreciate everything that you say about the volume. To every founder here and whoever is listening who might see the recording, think of it this way. When Mike talks about the numbers are simple. If every founder, and we're up to 430,000 now? If every person brings in one customer, double it. That's almost 1 million people right there, because we are all customers. And every founder is going to surely have more than 1 or 2 customers in the long run. So the volume is very, very high. I see it drastically. Second thing, I look at Ash as a builder, a major builder. We have a TV show up here in Canada. It's like a home improvement show. The guy goes around renovating houses, fixing work from other renovators. His name's Mike Holmes, and he has an analogy, and it's Ash to a T. When you think about the launch, he's getting it right the first time. He's just not going to put Band-Aids in here. He's going to get it right the first time. That's what I wanted to say. And I'll end it with this to try and cheer up some of the excitement. Go founders go, the ONPASSIVE way, built by design. There you go, guys.
Thank you, Jim. So Marty, let's bring another one of the gals out. And I mean, if you guys are going to come out, I'm a big crybaby. Don't make me cry. I love the stories. I'm gonna have to go get a towel. Oh, Diane in British Columbia. You're sitting back. You come out and tell us. I love these chats and yeah. Why ONPASSIVE for you? What's
Well, I kind of wanted to put my sister on the spot. She's watching this video. She's been a founder for a while, but she's not plugged in. She's asking, who's this Mike Hord? Who's this Mike Ellis? So I'm kind of texting her back and forth. I'm trying to get the point across. There's time for her to get plugged in here. And that's just super important with ONPASSIVE. A lot of people, they just, because they don't know anything about it, they can't get that feeling of, hey, this is going to be crazy big. So that's just what I wanted to say. Just everybody should really get plugged in. Try to get your people to get plugged in. This thing is going to just explode. Thanks, you guys.
I can tell you, Diane, Mike Ellis is a builder in Colorado, and I'm a builder in California. And we want to stop building buildings because we've done that. We've been very successful at it. We've done very well at it. And now we're ready to move on to another chapter. And that chapter is on passive, because if you're just plugging in and you're wondering what on passive is all about, especially if you're here as a founding member, on passive is going to take care of, Mike talks about it all the time, your bottom line. It's going to take care of you financially. It's going to give you enough extra money to do the things like Ash talks about. Like he brings down this giving like culture that is on passive. We're all looking forward to the day when we're going to help change the world and give the people in the areas that don't have good drinking water. We're going to drill wells. We're not just going to carry water to them. We're going to help drill wells. My passion is the homeless. So much that we can do when we have enough to fill up our bank accounts and it's overflowing. I tell myself every day when I get up and I'm working out with my dumbbells, I have all that I need. I have more than enough. Money flows to me and through me with ease. I say that all the time. There's a lot of things that I do in my mind that have created on passive for me. See, a year ago, my birthday's coming up in 2 days. A year ago, I had to move out of my motel room because I couldn't afford to stay in it on my birthday, January 11th. And I kept telling myself everything's going to be okay. First, I was thinking, man, I'm going to freeze to death. January in Sacramento is 30 degrees. And so I'm sitting in my truck and I'm saying, man, I need to change my what I'm programming in here. Everything's going to be okay. I have all the money I need to pay all of my bills. I have all the money I need to pay back everybody I borrowed any money from. And I have plenty of extra money. This has been the greatest year of my life. I have had so much work. I have on passive. Now, this few days before my birthday, I'm very well invested. I have money in the bank. Why? Because I told myself, instead of I am screwed, I'm going to freeze to death. I have no money. No, everything is okay. Everything's going to be all right. And I just kept repeating that over and over and over. A year later, I'm moving into a launch with On Passive that's going to set me and all of you free. We have so much blessings coming to us because of On Passive. And I got to think that year ago, one of the reasons we're all here is because I manifested this. Viviana knows it. I started a ripple, and here we are. And I'm gonna let it continue. I'm gonna throw some more pebbles in the pond.
Hey, Mike. I know
Yes,
that
Tim.
you're aware. I know that you're within the age group that you probably remember the 80s music, and I'm big on music. But there was a song that Huey Lewis and the News did. I want a new drug.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's on passive? It's our new
It's
drug.
my new drug. It's our new drug. Yes.
Damn right.
Right.
But
so
again,
sorry, I had to go. Yeah.
Again, we are involved in a very historical thing that is happening. Let's embrace it. Let's take it and go with it. And I want to especially thank Julie for reaching out to Karen, because I think that was very important and shows exactly who On Passive is.
Yeah, thank you, Tim, and thank you, Diane,
Thank you
thank
all.
thank you for like making me remember something. So I always love to. We're getting close to like over an hour here, like close to the hour, a little over an hour. I always love to bring Sean Cyrus out. Man, this guy is so well spoken and so full of love for so many people, and very close to Ashman Farah. Consider him a brother. And Sean, come on, we love you.
Come on out, Sean.
It's always a pleasure, guys. It's always a pleasure to be here with you guys, my family. You know, just hearing what you have to say, it just brings
Sean, you're a
me.
little low on the mic. We can't hear you very well. I mean, we want to hear you, brother.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, a little better.
All right. Yeah, no, just saying that it always brings me back to understand why we're all here, you know, and everybody here just wants a better future, and everybody here just wants to be successful. And you know, we've all gone through things, and we all are currently going through things, you know. But what I can say overall is the restoration of faith, you know, that this company and these people, all of us, has brought to the table, and just everybody's has restored faith, and you know, you can dream again, and you know, spend some time just loving life and living your life rather than stressing and worrying about everything, you know. We all have bills. Bills are residual, and we're searching for residual income. So I mean, it's just a blessing, you know, as you see what's going on in the world today. You know, a lot of people aren't here, you know, especially from what happened with the last year we had, 2019, 2020. It's been a roller coaster, and you know, I feel that we are just kind of in the safe zone with what we have here, where at least we can say, you know, we can build a legacy and build some wealth. So I just believe that it's a great opportunity for anyone who doesn't have family or people that they feel that they can get close to. You know, we are all brothers and sisters here, and we can just become one, and know that we all have faith and belief, and most importantly, we can believe in ourselves again. You know, a lot of people have lost hope and lost faith in themselves, and you know, everybody's who said that you weren't going to be nothing, you know, we've all want to prove them wrong, and so on and so forth. So it's just a good opportunity for people to have faith again and believe and dream, and it's going to be an amazing 2021. You know, um, I had mentioned on the Thursday webinar that, you know, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. And, you know, just understand that's what Ash is doing. He's making sure to prevent things from not going the way we want, and just making sure that all the dominoes fall the way they're supposed to. And that's what's going to be most important. You know, as a brother, I don't remember his name, a brother who spoke before mentioned that, you know, all good things, you know, they take a while. You know, anything that comes to you that comes and it's comes fast, it will just leave you quickly as well. So we want a quality company. We want to build quality, and that's the main thing here. So for anybody who feels that they just need a uplifting, like Karen, you know, just anybody who feels like that, just understand what you have here. It's going to change your life, and it's going to definitely be worth it. So I won't talk too long. I know everybody's probably got things to do Saturday night, but just wanted to show up and say blessings to everybody. But I do have one question. We did see Ash had an acronym or a few letters that he shared in the community. I don't know if people are here who isn't, but I don't know if Mike, Ellis, or Marty knows what does MPL stand for. I'm curious to find out that, because I'm not sure. So I'll leave on that, and we can discuss that before we go.
Yes, I know, Sean, and I'm not telling you. No, I have no idea. No, I have no idea. I don't even go there because, you know, it's going to drive me nuts. But yeah, we'll figure. He'll tell us sooner or later. You know, Mike Hord, you were talking about believing in something and it happening. People need to realize that whatever you believe, it's going to happen. If you believe you can't, you won't. If you believe you can, you will. I mean, it really happens. I worked with Mike Ellis and Dan Street for years,
Like,
and we built teams, but it was never felt right. And I remember us talking. Someday we'll be in the right team with the right people, and it will be unbelievable. And that's where we are today. It took a while. It didn't happen easy. But 2 years ago, March, there was 3 guys in ONPASSIVE Nation. Now there's thousands. And guess what? Let me tell you what really is. And Ash said this, and it's 100% true. You draw who you are. So the reason you guys relate to Ash before is because you're like him in your own way. It's exactly why. I've seen people that don't have that kind of heart and they're me. They quit. They're the ones that want their.
There's a guy that just left the call.
Yeah, that's right. They want their 97 back. No, he didn't leave voluntarily. But anyway, he was escorted out of the building. Elvis has left the building. That's the power of the button. I got a powerful button here. No, but seriously, that's what happens. I mean, I've had one guy out of me, Mike, and Dad, thousands that wanted his money back. And I'll tell you what, I begged him to take his money back because he was a butt wipe. And I flat right out just said, man, I can't wait for you to go. And they got rid of him like as quick as you could. Because we are surrounded by people who were like. I believe that. It's obvious. We're different colors and look different. I mean, not everybody is as good looking as me, but that's just part of life, right? So, anyway, if anybody's got anything else, go for it. But this is
Hey, Marty, I'm going to say something else.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, Ash talked about a lot of books, and a lot of other people chimed in about the books. I've read most of them, and I've read some of the others. And there's one book that I love because many of the motivational speakers, their presence comes from James Allen, As a Man Thinketh, written in 1800s. And it's about this big. It's not a real big book. It's a quick read. And I think one of the reasons I do so well at Mindset, it's like I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning because I told myself last night that I was going to get up at 5 o'clock this morning. And I don't have an alarm clock. I haven't had one since I was 26. That was Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar says you don't need an alarm clock. They scare you. It says alarm, right? It alarms you. And I've never had an alarm clock. I'm 62. I haven't had an alarm clock since I was 26. And I can always wake up whenever I put it in here. Whatever you program in here, you get. Think about how simple that is. I program getting up at 5. I program being financially stable and not having to worry about money. I don't say I want to get out of debt. Wrong. It's what you say. It's how you say it and how you put it in here. And Marty, you know that because you've done it too. You progress through life by manifesting things that you put in here, and you said it will be. This is already done.
Little
As a man,
little advice.
Yes.
Don't hit a horse.
Hey, we're ready to close out. I just want to bring Mike Ellis out and have him close the meeting out for us. And I appreciate you all being here. I'm totally blown away because we represent so many people around the globe, and that excites me to no end. ONPASSIVE excites me. Really happy you're all here, and thank you all for coming. Happy New Year. And Mike, close us out here.
As you all can tell, I'm pretty passionate about ONPASSIVE. The negative stuff, I have no patience for whatsoever. And it's just who I am. Marty and Dan cringe when I get in that mode. But it is done in love, even though you might not see it. ONPASSIVE is here for all of us. You really don't have to worry about anything. Marty talks with Ash every week. I get the scoop on everything that they're talking about. Occasionally, I get to talk with them. We're in a really, really good place, and I look forward to getting together with all of you this year, someplace. I don't know where, and we can do a toast. It'll be a fun time. Go ahead, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Marty, and thank you all for being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's like, I wish I could go all these different places, like the places that I've seen in the chat. If you went on there, you're seeing it's like we got Africa and we got Canada and we got every place you can think about. I want to go visit them all, someday. So, and again, I love yeah, everybody unmute. Say
We're
good
not
night.
gonna talk all night or what?
No, we're not doing Ash. Good night,
Mike.
everybody.
Thanks, Mike.
Good night, everybody.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Again.
Happy birthday,
Thank you,
Mike.
everyone.
Happy birthday to you, Mike.
Good night, everyone.
Good to see you, Angie.
Good night, Julie.
Happy birthday,
Good night,
Mike.
everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Happy
Kevin.
birthday, Mike.
Hey,
Mike, you and I have the same birthday.
Oh,
wow.
beautiful. You're
Happy
Capricorn.
birthday.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
John Cyrus.
Happy birthday, Julie.
Thank you, Sherry. I'll connect with you on Facebook.
Sounds good.
Sherry.
See you
Thank you,
then.
everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Hey, Kevin, what were you going to say?
I just saying good night.
Oh,
Good night.
okay.
Is that good enough? At least I said something, right?
How about the other Kevin? Did you say something, Kevin?
Oh.
Rutledge.
No, I was just saying thank you.
Thank you, Mike Ellis. I appreciate you.
Good night.
Good night, Cedric. Good night, Larry. Good to see you guys here.
Thank y'all.
Say good night.
Appreciate everything you're doing.
Good night, Jim
Good night,
Bob.
everybody. Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Jim Bob.
We don't have John Boy.
Mary Ellen.
I'm never gonna get tired of hearing that.
Night, Marty Bob.
Marty Bob.
Kaboom! That's what Marty wants to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it was football team. I forgot about the playoffs.
I'm watching the hockey
See
game
that?
right now.
It's touchdown.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right,
y'all.
good night.
Good night. It's touchdown game.